Here's a picture of the tees, and we're going to pan around to the range. The 3 target grains. Up the hill, you can see part of the golf course under construction. Also through those trees, you can see the second fairway. I'm standing on the first green, the site of the future first green, looking back towards the first tee. Just going to be right there on the second level of the range. So I look through these trees. Now, we cut a little swath through here so you could see. The rest of these trees are going to be downed here that you see. And as I spin around, you'll see the big oak tree where the green will back up to. But all these trees in here will be gone. This will become something of a sightseeing event. As people drive by here, there'll be a lot of free advertising. When they see holes running parallel to the road, it's always good. Also, from this first green area, you'll get a real good view of the driving range. As you can see, all the target greens, they really look pretty now. As we pan around, you can see the maintenance building, you can see the putting green, you can even see the practice green, the flag for the practice green there. You can see cattle roaming on the other man's property next door, which we hope to acquire some of that later on. And of course the clubhouse. You back off here and you can see the tees. And of course, what you love to hear, the sound of cars going by. We'll have about 5 tee levels on this hole going down this hill, but as you can see, the landing area will be over the creek on the other side of those trees. Beautiful tee shot for number 2. Here we are coming up to the third tee. Here we are standing on the back of the third tee, looking back towards the green. A very tight hole. We're probably going to have to take out a few of those trees. Just leave those trees in order to open this thing up, but didn't want to take too many big trees when we routed the holes. Look at the site for the third tee here from the side. As you can see, we've had plenty of rain. A shot of the third green here. Let me pan across it a couple of times. As you can see, be a nice shot into a pretty good sized green for a 60-yard hole from the back. It'd be about 139 for from the middle. Nice little hole here. I'm standing on the 4th tee where it will be located, looking towards the 4th green. As you can see, we haven't done any real coring out or shaping, but you can see that I have put some grass out to hold that hillside over there real good. Beautiful golf hole. We're standing about 180 yards from the hole. This hole will stretch to, from the back it'll probably play around 209. As I look at this 4th green, I want to pan back from here from the tee back to the cart path where my cart is here, over to the 3rd hole. I think it's real pretty to see this 3rd hole from behind it. As you can see the tees back there, and of course you can see the tees and the chute. It comes out of back there, and of course to the green. Real pretty. This cart path goes on over, goes left over to number 4, and of course at number 5 will come on the other side of those trees, and you'll come back through that cart path there to number 6, which will be right back here. Okay, I'm standing on the really the player's left edge of the 6th green, looking back at the tee, and as this hole is still a little rough, it's cleared, but it's still a little rough. You can see all these grassy reeds here. As I pan back, the green will actually sit right up against this group of trees right here. And I'm going to walk around and get a little different angle. Here's where the green will sit, and this is kind of a neat grouping of trees. You can see the one going off to the side right there. You can see the dead tree, and we're going to leave that, and we're going to build up a big hump here. And of course, the back, after it goes over this, it'll drop off. Be a dramatic hole. It's going to be a downhill shot. As I pan back, you can see the edge of the cart there, over by what is number 3 tee, where the 6th green is going to sit right over here. You can see the grass reeds going back. You can see a big trash pile that's going to have to be buried back to where the tee will be, which will be coming out of a chute back in those trees. We've got a lot of room to work with. We can basically make this hole any length that we want to. Starting at the cart, which is sitting between number 6 green and number 3 tee there, I'm going to pan across here, there's the cart path, to the 7th tee. Now this is where the back of the 7th tee will be. This will be the pro tee. This won't be a long hole, but it will be a very dramatic hole, as you'll see. Okay, panning back from the back of the 6th green over there where those trees are, right there, through there. Okay, I'm panning over here to the 7th tee, which I'm standing on here. Okay, now we're coming out of a chute of trees. Number 3 tee is just right through the trees there. We're standing down here, and we're going to be hitting in this direction here, going down to the lake, which will be built down at the bottom of this hill. Now we've got about a 30-40 yard drop off from where I'm standing to where that green is going to be built. And I don't know, with even, there's so many trees that are going to have to be cleared out here, but none of them any big ones, thank goodness. But you can't really tell much about this hole until the lake is completed. It's going to be a gorgeous hole. The green will jut out into the water. It will be surrounded on 3 sides by water. There will be a bailout to the right of the green. Until the lake is built, number 8 is going to be very difficult to see via pictures, but understanding that the lake is down at the bottom of that hill, you're going to tee off from down there. You're going to come up, and you can see these trees over here. The fairway will be cut on the other side of those trees. It will either be a par 4, a short par 4, or a pretty good par 3, and with the green setting up in this area right up in here where all the trash is, all the brush, shouldn't call it trash, the brush is piled up in there. So it'll be either be an uphill par 3 or an uphill to then to a kind of a leveling off slightly uphill par 4. Of course, number 9 comes back, will tee off from the top of the hill back over the lake, finishing up the green, actually finishing up at the maintenance building, which is, you can see from up here, you can see the maintenance building right there. That green will be at the right of it. We're going to do a lot of Scottish style mounding down the side of that fairway on the side of the range. Be a beautiful little finishing par 5. Thought this would be a nice angle to pan across the property, as we've explained most of this already and previously in the tape, but I think it is a real pretty picture of particularly the practice facility. Of course, the golf course, you've seen as we've gone around it. It's raining a little bit, so as I pan here, okay.